All right, so how do you cope financially in a veterinary degree when your time resource, which is what is constrained by the commitments of the class? So let me lay this out. You guys are getting into much greater debt than I or my generation got into, even allowing for inflation. Veterinary education in general, whole other topic has gotten so expensive it's becoming exclusive. This is really bad for diversity on one hand, but let's not go down that particular rabbit hole because we could spend a lot of time in that alone. The way that you cope is by assessing or what your priorities are. So yes, you have to pass exams, but why would you spend an inordinate amount of time trying to get 90 out of 100 when 70 out of 100 would do? And you could spend that other chunk of time doing something that is useful to you in some other way. That doesn't make sense to me. Unless you're trying to compete to be that one single best person, the perfect veterinary student. But I think you're missing a gigantic life skill if that's the way you're aiming. Instead, look at the other things that are on your plate. Look at the other skills that you can deliver. We now have the gig economy. Like, that wasn't there when I was a student. I at vet school, I did not work during term time, but I worked during my vacations, my holiday time. And so I would fit it around we called it EMS, you guys might call them externships, my hanging out at the local practice, or going to a farm or something like that. But I worked as a pizza chef, believe it or not. I'm a trained Italian chef. There you go. And so from my 6th year at school to my graduation from vet school, every summer I would go for 6 to 8 weeks and I would work my butt off, putting some money in a bank account, working hard, learning. I learned how to cook great food, and I still make the meanest pizza on planet Earth, New York style, and which was a great skill to pick up as well. So and it taught me how to cook. So there again, so I make a lot of my own food, and that means you eat healthier and things like that. So chunk your time is the answer. If you want to earn a little cash on the side and have a little side hustle, then there's the traditional ways like I did, which was, when can you do a 3 or a 4 hour shift during the week? Does that cost you your 90% grade? Yep, maybe. Who cares, right? Just don't sail as close to the wind as I did and get 51%. Actually, my worst ever exam result was worse than that at vet school. Try not to do that. It is a little bit stressful. But divide your time differently. You don't need to get these massively high marks. And if you need the money, like if you don't have the money to pay for the course, you're just going to get in horrible debt. And that's a really, the amount of time it'll take you to pay that back is way more. So chunk your time. Now, if you would like your question answered, then the way to go about doing that is to record your own little video clip that you don't mind us using, because we will make you famous as well. But send in your video question, or you can send in on Instagram or Twitter or email it or DM it, whatever. Send your question in. It's got to be about veterinary business, veterinary life, your career, what's going on with you. But ask a question that you think I can add some value back for you, and I would love to give you an answer on this show. And if you do send it in and we use your question, you'll receive a signed copy of So You're a Vet Now What, and my eternal gratitude and some notoriety by being on the show. So don't be shy, step up and send in your questions. Thanks for listening or watching. Be safe, be well, be happy. Dr. Dave, out.